position here, I can see you easily. I can see that you are moving sometimes, and we can see that your voice. We can hear your voice clearly as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I believe that there is no problem, at least on my side. Yeah, on my side.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then in my
So
side is really a
we
huge
are going
problem.
live now.
Ah, okay. That's
We are
good.
live.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time
Okay.
to get shy.
So hi everyone. Hi everyone.
Me too.
This is going to be really casual conversation. We are going to chit chat. So there's no specific, topics to discuss. So um, we just gonna talk a little while about anything, whatever that comes to
Yeah.
our mind. So bring something to bring something to the table. Dulal, Alison, please help me. I don't know. I have no any
Yeah.
idea.
Okay.
Gonna
So
say
I will
I'm not gonna say the truth.
Okay.
please, listen, go ahead.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I came back and I told you, the problem, in my Wi-Fi
Yeah.
connection. I believe I'm not gonna say the truth, about this meeting. It's only one excuse to be together.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly what it is. Yeah. Just to chit chat. And yeah,
Yeah.
this gonna be
No,
amazing.
I have a question for both of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Okay, like
It was not me.
just
I'm innocent.
for example, if you have a Zoom schedule today, so for a meeting schedule, and like you are supposed to start your meeting in 9 p.m. Sri Lanka time, or like Brazil time. So like you are having connection problem in that time. So how do you feel in that time?
Oh, for me, I think it's really, really bad. Yeah. I know that it drives me crazy. What about you, Alison? Oh, before say before say anything, he's already having some trouble. I think Alison
Okay.
is having some trouble with
I
his connection. Oh my goodness.
believe it's better.
Okay, Alison, are you
Okay.
there?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, okay, okay. We can hear you. Please give an answer.
Maybe Naina
Oh,
has good connection, but both of
Okay.
us
Can you
has huge connection problem. We
I
have
don't know.
usually
Maybe
like Alison and me.
maybe it's from my side. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, maybe you have good connection, but both of us, like Alison and me, we guys have connection problem today.
Hmm. Oh, it's
Yeah,
okay,
it's a
Alison.
disaster. That's it.
So
All right. Yeah, Alison, it's your turn to give
Mind it.
answer. Like maybe just
Yeah.
you have
What?
meeting schedule today, and just you were
Yeah.
supposed to start your meeting in that time, just you were having
Yeah.
connection problem. How do you feel?
Yeah. What? Yeah. What's the question? Could you repeat the question again? Yeah, I believe that now
Okay,
it's I came back.
if
all
you're
right. No,
about
like
to arrange a meeting, yeah, if you're about to arrange a meeting, but now you're having some connection troubles, how do you feel?
Yeah, terrible. I don't like when this kind of situations.
Exactly.
yeah,
I'm gonna be sincere with you. Sometimes it's not easy to arrange these meetings because we live in different countries, different time and different time
Yeah.
zones. It's so hard. We work and it's so hard. together.
Exactly.
And we have this kind of internet problems. I want to kill the guy who. No, okay, I'm kidding. You know? I hate when
Yeah.
of situations happen.
Okay.
Yeah, frustrated.
Me too.
Imagine sometimes we are expecting for days that we are going together I get so frustrated. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, like
We
for
already
me,
are.
no, for me, my mind tells me you need to
Yeah.
break your like your laptop. My mind tells me like whenever I I
But
am
don't
supposed
do
to
so.
start my meeting. Yes, but my
But
mind
don't do
tells me
so.
you need to break your laptop because this is useless. Useless. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not because of your laptop. So don't do so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how
Yeah.
it feels. Yeah, exactly. It sucks. I don't
Yeah.
like
Yes.
You
that
know,
too.
yeah. Let me share one story. I remember that I posted on the group that okay, last Tuesday we're gonna have a meeting at 2 p.m. My time, Brazilian's time, and it was everything prepared. I had prepared the topic, everything was there, everything prepared. But suddenly,
Yeah.
40 minutes before the meeting, um, there was a problem with the electricity in my neighbor, and there was a
Mm.
cut, a power cut,
Yeah,
and oh, I
it's a
got
common
so
thing here.
frustrated. I
Mhm.
got so
Yeah,
frustrated because I had prepared everything. And I had that day, I had invited a lot of friends, like, oh, you need to participate. It's nice. You're gonna see, you're gonna be in touch with new friends and you can talk about everything, the environment, it's so nice. And poof, the power cut. And my gosh, I got so sad, so frustrated because I really would like to have the meeting. And in my point of view, I always say it that I see the meeting not as one opportunity to practice my English. No, I don't say it. I don't see meeting, with this vision, this point of view. No, I see as our
yeah,
friends. Yeah, and I
Mhm.
get so frustrated if there is one meeting and I can't participate. Yeah.
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 So, Dulal and I, we were talking about online teaching to bring this topic. So, what do you think? Do you have any suggestions or any kind of method that we can use? Do you know something about online teaching? Because you both are doing that, I know, and I'm just a beginner, so maybe you can give me piece of advice, give me a piece of advice, I suppose. What do you think? Do you have anything to share?
Oh my
Any
gosh,
piece of
so hard.
advice? It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Just a little piece of it. Yeah, Dulal
Just a
first.
little, just a
Yeah.
little. Yeah.
Like you can go for because you're boss.
Yeah, I'm the boss.
You mean
Okay.
me? I am the
Let me
one
say,
who need.
yeah, when I have
Yeah.
opportunity to talk online, in my point of view, it's not easy for me because
Hmm.
when you are teaching, it's my point of view. What I would like to do, what I like to do when I'm teaching, is to observe, the face of the students, to observe their reactions in order to understand if they are understanding or not the topic. I believe that it's so important. Imagine that I'm teaching, I'm saying something, and suddenly I see their face you know, like a, shock. They are shocked, and
Yeah.
I they are not, maybe they're not pay attention, or maybe it's something so hard for them, and I can notice it. And when I teaching not online but there, having a physical class, I can notice easily. But online, when we have a lot of students, it's so hard to control it. So that's
Yeah.
the reason I believe that if you want to have online classes, in my point of view, it's so hard to have in a class maybe more than, I don't know, 5, 6. I don't know. I believe
Yeah.
it's so
I
hard. If you
agree.
have a lot of
I
people,
agree
yeah,
with
if you have a lot of
it's
people
easy
inside,
one to
a
one
lot of students, yeah, one to one, it's
Yeah.
so easy. I believe it's perfect.
Yeah.
But if
I
we,
think
when
so
we,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead, Alison. So sorry, sorry for the
No,
interrupt.
yeah, no, because I'm talking so much. You need to
Sorry.
say for me to stop. When
No,
it
no,
comes to
no. That's
money,
not the
yeah,
problem.
yeah. When it comes to money, it's so important to remember that if you're having a one-to-one class, you're gonna earning, I don't know, a small quantity of money. If you have more students, you're gonna earn more money. Okay, what's the good news? So you can have more people to participate of your class. Great, but it's so
Yeah.
important to remember about what I mentioned. If you have a lot of people, a lot of students inside, um, it's so important to not lose the quality of the class.
Yeah.
Pay attention on their reaction. I don't know. I
Hmm.
believe that if you have a lot of students, it's so hard to pay attention, to observe, to notice more. Um, and sometimes when you are teaching online, I believe that it's a good strategy to bring them to the class. So, for example, imagine that you are explaining about one phrasal verb, and you bring
Yeah.
them. Hey, Maria, could you give me one example? Oh, and Jose, could you give me one example? What do you think about it? All the time keep asking question, trying to bring them to the class. Only showing them that they are important and you are there for them. And
Yeah.
it's some tips that I judge it's so nice. Yeah,
Exactly.
Dulal,
And
Mhm.
your
having
time.
yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
And I think
No,
having
like,
too many students, it's not productive as one-on-one class, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, Dulal,
And about
it's your
you,
turn.
Dulal.
Uh, no, like
Share
Alison
share
already.
all your knowledge to us.
Okay. No, thank you very much. No, like when I teach online students, I basically teach them some basic knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
how are you? I'm fine. This kind of basic sentences, expressions, I teach them
Yeah.
first. Because
Mm.
when I teach them grammar, they cannot
Mm.
understand those things. So that they can be habituated to speak English. So first they need to give
Yeah.
some expression and they can use their daily life. For example, in their beginning days, they can use "How are you?" "I'm fine." So this kind of basic expressions, because in those expressions there is no grammar. We should not like explain grammar about those expressions.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, whenever just you're picking some students, first teach them some basic sentences, basic expressions. When they become master of those expressions, then gradually you can teach them grammar. Like you can start through, from like tense, then some modals, and you gradually just move ahead and just try to do research, like which kind of grammar are needed for our speaking. We basically don't
Hmm.
use all kind of grammars in our speaking. Thus, if we can learn some basic grammar
Yeah.
knowledge, then we can start speaking from today. So when just you are going to teach your students like rich grammar,
Yeah.
then their mind become distracted. So that's why don't try to teach them grammar. Instead, just
Yeah.
teach them some expressions, and by gradually, gradually, they then start teaching them grammar, and make them speak, make them listen. It's a very important part. So until you don't make them listen, their mind cannot understand that listening. So from my experience, I found one thing that if you can understand listening, maybe your speaking is broken, still you can travel all over the world. It's no problem. But if you don't understand
Yeah.
listening people, maybe your English is good, you speak clear English, like accented English, but still your English has no value because
Yeah.
you cannot understand others people. So that's why
Hmm.
when just you are teaching some students, just let them listen something very much they have interest. Like it could be cartoon, it could be movie, and just explain those things in your language. So what the cartoon actor or actress is saying, just try to explain that thing in your language and let them listen again and again until that listening part don't become part of their memory. So let them listen again and again and again. When they will listen that consistently again and again, and their listening will be improving, their speaking will be improving, their understanding will be improving. So very much needed. So let them listen and give them some basic expression and sentences, and this is how just
Yeah.
move ahead. And well, like after 1 or 2 months practice, they will feel comfortable in this language. And yes, and after 3 or 4 months, gradually they will be start speaking. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think we can do some activities. Yeah. Like games. Okay, Alison,
oh,
yeah, go ahead. So
no,
sorry. Sorry for the
I just
interruption.
would like,
Always.
yeah, I just would like to complement just a little.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that one thing that is so effective, so productive when it comes to learn a new language, it would
Yeah.
be, to explore all the areas, listening,
Mm.
grammar, vocabulary. I mean, if you have a class, 1 hour listening, I believe maybe can be a little boring. If you have a
Oh,
class, 1 hour talking about grammar, I believe that
Yeah.
it's a little
It's boring.
boring. But I believe
Yeah.
that, if you explore maybe, okay, 10 minutes, 10 minutes you're gonna listening and you can explore, use the grammar. And after talking about phrasal verbs and,
Yeah.
explore all the vocabulary a little as well and all the time, talking about it, I believe that it's so nice. But what's the problem?
Yeah.
How are you gonna do this? That's what will make you a good teacher or not. You can be there in front of them teaching grammar rules in front of them. I
Mm.
believe that it's so much information for them, and I don't know. That's my point of view. And we needed to try to explore it. You give them a small information, and after, exercise listening about that information, grammar about that information, and all the time you keep going back to that information that you explain it to them, and you can explore all the areas of an English. It's so nice. But as I told you, it's not easy. You need to have a good way to speak, to explain, everything. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy, and you need a good. It requires you a higher experience to use it. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
my point of view.
That's right.
Yeah. It's really important. Bring some joy into the classroom, and also, I think it's really important to do one thing at a time, like one
Mhm.
grammar point, or maybe like with different activities, but one thing at a time. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. So Nana, like as you are newbie in this teaching sector, like how do you
Hmm.
teach your kids over there?
Yeah,
Like let
I
us
just
know so that.
started, and it's a mess, it's really a mess because kids are sometimes they join and disappear, and when we speak, they don't want to attend anything. uh, yeah, it's really a mess because it just started. I just started, and hope to train them well, then maybe things will be okay. But for now, it's just a mess. They join
Okay.
and disappear, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No,
but
I
you know,
know that.
it's a process. Yeah, it's a process.
we all are silent.
Yeah, it's a process. Do you believe that in your first class, are you gonna teach in an amazing way? No, you're gonna learn. So you're gonna teach for the first time, and after you're gonna, get the results, collect the results. So what I did right, let's keep, or let's improve. What I did wrong, let's change. And you need to ask yourself all the time, and sometimes even with a lot of experience, it happens. This kind of
Yeah.
stuffs happen. Doesn't mean that you have you know a lot of experience. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna make a mistake. No, never,
Mm.
never, never. So we do you know why this kind of situation happens a lot? Because when you are gonna teach, we are facing different kind of students, different stories, different class, different, you know, schools, and different. I don't know. The grammar changes all the time. The phrasal verbs change all the time, and so the world is changing all the time. So we need to change as well
Yeah.
and to adapt.
Mm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
No,
we
like
are not
Nana, I
perfect.
have okay. I
Mm.
have suggestions for you. Like
Yeah.
I know that you are a great English speaker because for maybe for 1 year, such we have been friends, and I
Yeah.
saw you like you have talked with so many foreigners. Like those
Yeah.
foreigners were from different part of the world. So
Yeah.
this proves like you are a fantastic speaker. But as you have come in fishing business
Mm.
right now, so just apply your teaching method. Like how did you learn this language? Just apply the
Yeah.
same process here. All right. Like
Yeah.
don't apply any others like method because you will be distracted. So that's why
Mm.
just remember, so how did you learn this language and apply the same
Yeah.
process so that they can speak English like you. Because you are
Yeah.
great English speaker and I can talk with all the speakers like you are from America or you are from UK or
Oh, the
Brazil or
moon.
from Bangladesh. It doesn't matter. Like, still people can get you. So
Mm.
like apply same strategies. How did you learn?
Yeah.
Just apply the same strategies in your teaching, and I'm sure within a very short period of time, every students will be a great English speaker.
Yeah.
Just
Am
believe.
I flattered?
Yeah.
Am I flattered? Yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I'm super thrilled. I'll do that for sure. I'll do
Yeah,
that. And I
yeah,
think so too. I really agree with you.
Yeah.
I
yeah. Hey,
couldn't
I need
agree
to say
more.
something. Uh, Nayana, you are
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, and I love your way. You know, I love your way to say, "Oh, thanks." You're so cute. Yeah, but I need to go. My time was over.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So okay,
I
me
saw
too.
someone is
Maybe
going around
yes,
you, maybe asking to
all of
come
us
back.
maybe having connection problem.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened to Jose. He didn't say anything. but he noticed our
I
messages.
believe that Jose is
Maybe
working. You know, Jose is, is not working. Sorry, Jose is sleeping. You know, in the
yeah,
morning,
yeah. He told
or
me
him,
he's
Maybe,
no,
sleeping
yeah,
no way.
I
late.
think so.
Yeah,
I think
Okay.
so
guys,
too.
let me go. I
Okay.
need to go.
Bye bye, Alison.
Bye
Thank
bye.
It
you
was a
so
pleasure.
much. Yeah. See you again.
Bye bye.
See you again.
See you.
See you next time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye.
next time. Yeah.
Ah,
Just
okay. We are both of
we
us
can do
here.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we can continue for some minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Say
yeah,
something.
yeah, like I was telling,
Like,
like
yeah.
just
Let's
don't
break
try
the
to
ice, I
apply.
guess.
Yeah. So don't try to apply others like twisting method. Just apply your own
Hmm.
method. Like just try to make your teaching as simple as possible, so that
Hmm.
kids can comprehend those your lessons. But don't make those complicated. Otherwise, students will lose their motivation. All right.
Yeah.
Thus, if you
Hmm.
use listening materials, use listening materials that is really fantastic. Like
Yeah.
really enjoyable, so that they enjoy that listening. So like you
Hmm.
are giving them some listening materials that is really boring, maybe they will
Hmm.
not like interest to learn that language. So that's
Yeah.
why always try to pick something that is really interesting. All right, and
Yeah.
try to make them fun, try to make them laugh, and so that they enjoy that class. Like after maybe we know that is learning a language is not a matter of 2 or 3 months. It's a long-term process, but when a student will join with you, so that they can know some basic skill at least. Okay, so
Exactly.
just don't keep them empty. Just make them full,
Hmm.
even is still giving some knowledge, so that they can learn something from your side. And I hope, like you are really experienced, or as time goes by, so you will be experienced,
Hmm.
and like people will be getting huge knowledge from your side. But in your initial days, such you gotta know something like how to manage the students, how to control them, how to teach them. So learning and
Yeah.
teaching these two parts, all right? Maybe like
Exactly.
always a good player is not a good coach. Always a good
Hmm.
student is not a good teacher. So that's why maybe
Yeah.
you are good, we are good speaker, but it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that like we are a great teacher. So we have to learn something, how to teach, how to manage the students, and how to make our classroom like enjoyful. So we gotta
Yeah.
know those things. And just as time goes by, now gradually you'll be uh, acquiring this knowledge day by day, and just keep
Hmm.
doing. Don't lose your motivation. And I'm sure, like Sri Lanka is going to have a fantastic teacher. Like, yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah.
It means a lot to me.
Mhm.
But I really have I have a problem because I feel like what parents might think when I do some activities like this, because in Sri Lanka, I suppose many parents expect that academic teaching, academic learning. I don't know. It's a huge problem, but no
Yeah.
one told me anything. But I feel like they might think something. This is not gonna work. This is really crazy or something like that. What do you think? It can it?
Uh,
Yeah.
you know, in my place also, like people think that,
Mm,
English only a subject. English
yeah.
only a subject. So they consider English as a subject. They don't consider English language as their language. So to be
Yeah.
honest, after knowing this language, I have learned so many things in my life. So without knowing this language, it was
Yeah.
quite hard for me to like
Mm,
acquire knowledge, to find good job. Like as I know this language in my country, developing country, still I can find so many jobs. Such I student
mm,
if have I student if like has like language skill and computer skill, so it will
mm.
help them to find a good job in their upcoming days. So it's a
Yeah.
fantastic, right? So
Hmm.
like in Sri Lanka, I know that that is also a developing country. If
Hmm.
just if you teach some students and they can know this language and they have computer skill, I'm sure
Yeah.
like in Sri Lanka also there will be some opportunity for students to find a good job. All right.
Hmm.
So that's why,
Yeah.
like that's gonna be great opportunity for them. But those who are still thinking that like only English as subject, they will do nothing in future because in this modern era, without English language speaking ability, like it's kind of hard for us to find a good job, to
Yeah.
communication with people, to like spread our business all over the world. Even if you would like to go to abroad for higher studies, everything is
Hmm.
impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, like some of my friends nowadays, they only know English language. So because of that, nowadays they have learned like freelancing by watching YouTube videos because all the
Hmm.
resources are in English. Best
Yeah.
resources are in English. So as
Yeah.
they knew that language, so like watching all those materials in English, they have been a freelancer, and they are
Hmm.
making lakhs and lakhs on like in my country's taka. Like in your country maybe
Yeah.
rupee.
Yeah.
So like they are every month they are making thousands of like rupee.
Exactly. Hmm.
So it's been possible only for knowing this language. So I
Exactly.
hope,
I can
yes,
feel
I
it.
hope, yeah, I hope in Sri Lanka there is a great opportunity like that. Like
Yeah.
if students know this language, they the like the guardians, then they don't need to
Hmm.
be concerned about their like babies in future because of this language. If they can learn
Yeah.
this language one time, they can make a great
Exactly.
career in future and they can make money. So
Hmm.
I would say this gonna be best for Sri Lanka. Like if you make them like some fluent
Yeah.
English speaker over there. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's really, important to learn English because as I have learned English, I'm chasing knowledge. I'm doing
Yes.
many things. I'm doing research and learning things, as you mentioned, learning things, watching YouTube videos. So I have learned a lot thanks to my English knowledge,
Ah,
and
yeah.
I suppose English has opened a lot of doors. I would
Mm-hmm.
say, yeah, it's really important to learn English. Then we can learn many other things, as you mentioned, not only freelancing, so many things. I'm overalling some courses like Coursera. On Coursera, I told you once, and there are so many free resources that we can leverage. So I think it's
Yes.
really
Indeed.
important to learn English. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
totally agree with you.
Yeah. Like I would like to say your viewers, like those who are watching you through your Facebook Live, I would like
Yeah.
to tell them that if you think guys like English future subjects, this is your big misconception. Just this is
Mm.
language. If your babies learn this language one time, you don't need to be concerned about your babies in future. Just let
Yeah.
them study, let them know this language, and
Mm.
let them be like free in the world. And wherever they would like to go, they can go, and whatever
And
they would like to
yeah,
learn, they can learn. Everything they can
yeah.
do by only this language. Yeah.
Exactly, and I think I'm thirst to introduce this global community of English learners with my students.
Hmm.
Because I know how it affected with my English knowledge. Um, I can understand many different accent because I exposed to many different accents. So that's why I think it's really important to interact with this global community of English learners
Yes.
like us.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no, like if I would not know this language, I would not be able to talk with like Vietnamese people, Sri Lankan people, Indian
Yeah.
people. Brazilian
exactly.
people. Like even I talk with some native speakers like
Hmm.
America, UK,
Yeah.
Australia. I found them luckily in Facebook.
Yeah.
So I have known their culture by
Hmm.
as I know this language. They explain to me,
Yeah.
and I explain my country's culture to them. And they have known. So it's been
Hmm.
possible only for knowing this language. So if you
Yeah.
guys like know this language, like everything is like thousands of door open in front of us. Like
Yeah.
just you can decide like where in which ways that you can follow. Like you could go in business things, you can go in freelancing things, you can go like whatever that you like to do. Everything you
Yeah.
can do freely because of this language. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. How long we were talking? Maybe 1 hour.
30. Now just we were maybe talking 35 minutes live, and
Oh
before
yeah.
live maybe we talked maybe 20,
Yeah.
yeah,
30
20
minutes.
minutes. Yeah,
Almost 30. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have anything to talk? I don't know. I have no idea.
Uh, to be honest, we had no preparation for our live session
Yeah.
today, so that's why I have nothing to share. Yeah.
Hmm.
So maybe next time we will have a fantastic meeting once again, and we'll be discussing, about many things.
Yeah.
Someone, okay, be
Yeah.
like, and hello from Poland. Okay,
She's my
that's
friend.
cool.
She's
Oh,
one of
okay,
my friends.
best
Yeah.
friends. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Barbara.
Hmm.
Barbara from Poland. I know.
Oh,
Hi,
that's
Barbara.
cool.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, yeah. So maybe I'm having to go as well. It's been like kind of 1 hour, and it's my in my country
Yeah.
10 p.m. midnight almost.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to join here today, and we have discussed about so many things.
Yeah.
All right. So I have learned something as well from your side, guys. Like
Yeah.
Alison, you explained something. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just can't thank you enough for joining me today. And I have learned a lot from you. You just shared many techniques and knowledge with me. And I think it's really important. And yeah, I just can't thank you enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. And hope to see you again. Let's do this
Yes, thank you
again
very
one.
much. Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
like we'll
maybe
have
once a
wonderful
week.
meeting once again. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
have a
see
good
you.
time. Bye bye. See you.
Bye bye. Have a good
Bye
one.
bye. Bye bye.